Hi, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so via the thumbnail in the bottom right corner. And if you've already subscribed, welcome back. This video is focused on the Raspberry Pi, which runs Raspbian Linux, Raspberry Pi OS, connected to the Raspberry Pi camera, and via USB it is connected to a fischertechnik camera, which is connected to some fischertechnik connected to the camera stand. Then via band cable connected to breadboard with a 3-color LED. And last time I found that 3 cameras, a fischertechnik camera connected directly to my laptop, this camera and this camera both have, or all 3 have, a different frame rate when looking through the computer via the webcams, via the cameras. They all have a different timing where it concerns the LED. First, the thing is to improve the connection with the band cable to the breadboard. It's not as robust as I like. And second, I want to control this LED because right now it is connected to 5 volts and ground, and I want to see if things are even slower when I actually control it by means of C or Python. So let's go to software side and see how that works out. But first, this band cable. Alright, so first thing, screencast with the Tiger VNC, then UVC view with the camera directly connected to the laptop, Minicom, and the VLC from the Raspberry Pi camera. First thing is the connector, the flat the band cable, flat band cable. It's connected to the breadboard using these terminal stands and 2 wires, one for the plus and one for the ground. My idea was to use the contra connector for this one, but I don't have one spare. I do have one on, or more actually, on old mainboard, but desoldering proves to be complicated. So I will stick to this solution, which is not very robust, as you can see, but it will have to do. So this is the situation. Ground and plus go into the respective ports leading up to the GPIO. And I should not move the band cable too much because then nothing works anymore. Brings me to a possibility of putting them right on the breadboard, but such a connector, an IDE connector, is having 1 and 2, 3 and 4 on top of each other, which proves to be complicated here. So I'll leave it for now. Which brings me to the next part. Can I nicely control an LED through the wiring using Python? So let's get to that. Next step then is to actually program it, which I already have done, and off camera, as you can see, with a good reason, because I intended to do it like you can see with the idle program to do some Python, and it takes an incredible amount of time just to start it, to put the code in it, and copying the code from an existing program that I have. So, what to do next? Well, actually I can't run it yet because I haven't put the wiring in place yet. And again, you can see the difference in the whole situation. I put my finger right in front of the camera, and you can now only see it takes an incredible amount of time. So this one works much quicker than this one does. So I'm very curious if I have the wiring in place, which I'm going to do now. So from here I'm going to put it slightly closer, because the problem is that the wiring that I have taken isn't that long. It is this piece of wiring, so I'll have to put it in here and then wire it to the band cable, which gives an immediate problem. And let me put it right there. So now I have to put in once again the wiring for ground and power. Which in this case doesn't make it any easier. Twisting the wires is always good to avoid stray wires. And then the question remains, will it work? Let me put it in this one. So I am not going to run it through the VNC. That is the one. Okay, right. Let me put it like this. Back here. Go. Out is not defined. What did I do now? No, that's correct. Okay. Save. If it works like that, yep. New attempt. And it actually doesn't do a thing. So either I am doing it in the wrong port, which would not be the case. Okay, something is not quite right, but you can see that it isn't good for speed. Let me try it in here, and then I have to do something else like this. you won't see anything, probably a wiring problem, but anyway. It's not improving speed anyway. Okay, I did change the port to 15, but no result either. So either there's something wrong in my logic right here, which I can also show here, although it's quite off camera. But I have to find where the problem is. It may be that the output voltage of the GPIO right there is 3.3 volts, which is lower than 5 volts, which may be just the threshold limit to burn this one. So I'll have to find out. But it's not good for speed. No. So this experiment with rewiring and programming Python isn't over yet. If you like this video anyway, please subscribe via the thumbnail in the bottom right corner if you haven't done so yet. And you can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Well, enough to be done. Speed doesn't improve, but it's nice to see anyway. Please, if you wish to support, then you can do so via IBAN and PayPal, and you don't need an account for PayPal, and you can become a patron and have your name mentioned. Please see for more information my website, which is listed under this video, and more information also see my Patreon page. Going to be continued, obviously. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.